Ugly, weird, clown shoes. These are some of the ways Redditors described Hoka in a 2014 post. Fast forward 10 years, and Hoka generates over $1 billion in sales for Deckers, the parent company for Hoka and other popular brands such as UGG. So, how did these ugly shoes get so popular and become one of the fastest-growing brands? How did they turn into an obsession? How are they taking on industry giants such as Nike? Let's get right into it. Chapter 1. History of Hoka One One. Believe it or not, Hokas made their big debut way back in 2009. While ugly shoes such as Uggs and Crocs had been dominating the market for their functionality and comfort, the world didn't immediately jump on the Hoka bandwagon. Hoka started as a solution to a problem. French mountain runners Nicolas Marmud and Jean-Luc Diard initially conceived the idea of a shoe cover to facilitate faster downhill running. However, as they delved into prototyping, it became evident that they weren't making a technical accessory, but a real running shoe. The resultant shoe drew inspiration from technologies employed in powder skis, mountain bike wheels, and tennis rackets. It boasted a substantial, oversized sole, delivering a heightened stability and superior cushioning compared to conventional running shoes, all while maintaining a lightweight and agile design. In order to maintain the shoe's lightweight design, Diard and Marmud collaborated with a chemist to create a proprietary sole material. This material provided 29 millimeters of cushioning, significantly more than the 10 millimeters typically found in traditional sneakers, without adding extra weight. Marmud and Diard called the shoe Hoka One One, which loosely translates into fly over the earth in Maori, the language of New Zealand's indigenous population. Hoka was entering a market where running shoes adhered to sleek designs and minimalist aesthetics. The prevailing notion dictated that running shoes should be as lightweight and streamlined as possible. However, Hoka defied this convention. Instead, they decided to shake things up by going big, literally. These guys didn't just dip their toes in the pool of innovation. They cannonballed right in. With their oversized soles and plush cushioning, they turned heads and raised eyebrows. Hoka dared to be different, and in doing so, they carved out a niche in the running world that nobody saw coming. Meanwhile, all these didn't take away the fact that these shoes were kinda ugly. So how exactly did they manage to win over the hearts and feet of runners worldwide? Chapter 2. Initial traction. Although influencer marketing may appear to be a contemporary trend, numerous brands gained early buzz and credibility via influential people in sports. In December 2009, Hoka experienced a similar surge of interest when Marmud showcased his prototype at a trade show. Seeking feedback, Marmud invited Mark Platjes, co-founder of Boulder Running Company and a former world marathon champion, to briefly test the Hoka prototype. Impressed by the concept, Platjes swiftly committed to acquiring 770 pairs for BRC, securing the majority of Hoka's initial production run. Marmud extended the outreach to ultra runner Karl Meltzer in 2010, presenting him with the oversized Hoka sneaker. Meltzer agreed to test the shoes during a run around his neighborhood. Remarkably, within a span of less than 3 months, Meltzer opted to part ways with his sneaker sponsor La Sportiva in favor of competing exclusively in Hokas. Meltzer's racing performance started to improve as well, and in 2011, he won his first race in a year, and then went on to win 2 100-mile races. Meltzer was also quoted as saying, "People thought they looked like clown shoes, but I didn't care. I could float over rocks and not feel anything." When Hoka shoes first hit the market, they encountered an apprehensive sentiment from the running community. They were big, they were different, they were expensive, and a lot of runners were wondering if these shoes could really cut the chase. However, it was only a matter of time before ultra-marathon runners started singing their praises. The bulky shoes were like a big hug for their feet, cushioning every step and easing the impact of those long, grueling runs. Hoka had found its niche. While ugly, Hoka was distinctive. Instead of emulating other brands, they stayed true to their identity and the needs of their target customers. Chapter 3. The Growth. As words of their game-changing comfort spread across runners, Elite athletes soon realized that Hoka's plush platforms weren't just cushy, they were game changers. They not only protected joints, but also offered an unexpected burst of energy, pushing performance boundaries to new heights. Hokas weren't just about comfort. They rewrote the rules of performance. Marathoners raved about breezing through long distances with less fatigue. Speed demons clocked faster times thanks to the explosive energy return from Hoka's carbon-plated models. And even casual runners found a renewed love for pounding the pavement, free from the fear of joint-jarring impacts. Meanwhile, Hoka's success wasn't just about slapping on more foam. It was a deep dive into biomechanics, challenging the age-old belief that lighter meant better. Studies showed that the cushioning of shoes like in Hoka's reduced the impact and muscle activation during landings from unexpected drops, which in turn drastically reduced the risk of injuries. Through extensive research into foot anatomy, the brand meticulously crafted shoes tailored to accommodate the natural contours of the foot. This resulted in a secure fit around the heel and midfoot, coupled with a spacious forefoot area that facilitated unrestricted toe movement. Moreover, the rocker sole enhanced stability. Soon enough, runners of all kinds were jumping on the Hoka train. Fast forward to 2012, and Deckers brands swooped in to scoop up Hoka for $1.1 million. With brands like UGG and Teva under their belt, Deckers brands helped Hoka strut onto the global stage, and the rest is history. Their popularity soared, and runners everywhere couldn't get enough of them. Deckers initiated sponsorships with elite athletes and prominent events, substantially amplifying the brand's exposure. Notably, Hoka achieved widespread recognition at prestigious events like the Ultra Trail du Mont Blanc, where it emerged as the preferred choice over established brands like Salomon. Such strategic sponsorships not only heightened the brand's visibility, but also conferred credibility within the running community. Moreover, Deckers quadrupled the number of stores carrying Hoka between 2013 and 2014. Today, Hoka is available in over 50 nations and has experienced remarkable expansion in international markets beyond the borders of the United States. Deckers also introduced new product lines, such as lower-profile Hokas, classified as oversized to attract new customers. These new versions still had a larger-than-average cushioning versus the original ultra-sized that had an even greater level of cushioning. To further expand to new customers, Deckers also started adding shoes for trail running, hiking, and walking. To capitalize on the wider appeal, they also started marketing to women, podiatrists, and non-typical athletes. When Deckers purchased Hoka, the brand had less than $3 million in sales, approximately 0.21% of Deckers' annual revenue. Nobody outside of elite runners had heard of it. In 2022, Hoka's contribution was up 28.3%, up from 22% in 2021 and 17% in 2020. Global Hoka brand revenue for fiscal year 2023 was $1.41 billion, a 58.5% increase compared to the previous fiscal year. Although Nike has long been a predominant force in the running shoe market, its market dominance is gradually diminishing in favor of more innovative brands such as Hoka, Brooks, and On. Chapter 4. The Future. So, what's next for the brand? Well, if their track record is anything to go by, it's safe to say that the sky's the limit for Hoka. With their commitment to pushing the boundaries of comfort and performance, the brand is expected to have more groundbreaking innovation in the years to come. With a growing consumer base attracted to its unique blend of cushioning, support, and performance, Hoka is well-positioned to capitalize on the increasing demand for comfortable and high-performing footwear. Additionally, Hoka's commitment to research and development, evidenced by its ongoing technological advancements and collaborations with elite athletes, suggests a trajectory of sustained growth and influence within the industry. As the company continues to push boundaries and adapt to evolving consumer preferences, it's likely to solidify its position as a leading player in the global athletic footwear market for years to come. But one thing's for sure, no matter where the road takes them, Hoka seems to stay true to their roots, delivering shoes that make every run feel like flying. What do you think of Hoka? We'd love to know your thoughts in the comments section. Also, if you enjoy what you're watching, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to this channel.